Hey everyone, welcome to course vlog number 3. My name's Ethan, the worst golfer on YouTube. We post a new golf vlog every Monday, and this just might be my best video and round yet. Today we're at Cedar Hill in Stoughton, Massachusetts, a nice local 9-hole course with hole 6, which is a par 5 under construction, so we have a makeshift hole 9 to end the round. It is a gorgeous looking day to shank some balls, so let's get it started. We're on the tees to get this round started at hole number 1. As you can see, it's a gorgeous day, and drive number 1 was a nice warm-up shot for sure. That ball didn't go far at all. We could really butcher that one, so we would go back into our pocket and shoot another one. We're gonna have to redo that one. As you can see, the hole is a dog leg left. It veers into the left, and looking back on it, really should have used a 3-wood because clearly these drives are not going well for me. So we've got to take this third shot as our final shot, and it's really not that much better than the first two. I think it went a little bit farther, but that's a pretty poor start for us with drive number 1 off of the tee box. But here we find ourselves just in a random rough area with a few trees right in front of us, as the pin is right behind those trees. Using a 7-iron, probably could have clubbed it down a little bit, as you can see with this drive. Hooked it well into the woods, basically. The shot tracer kind of shows a little bit different story, because that's kind of where I dropped the ball is all. But that ball went well into the woods. We've got a nice little wedge shot here onto the green, and we actually plopped the one right down on there, which is nice for us because later in the day the wedge is just not friendly to us. But we're right on the green here, and we've got a putt for par, we'll call it, but we'll see how this putt goes. First putt, actually not too bad. We get close enough, and we're going to take it bogey on this one. I'm going to count it as a +2, a double bogey, just because we did take a bunch of shots, a bunch of drives. We dropped one after the 7-iron. So we can give us a +2. I'm making the scores, whatever. But here on hole number 2, we're using the driver once again, and it's a pretty long shot, so we're trying to hit this as far as we can. And this one surprisingly goes pretty well. That shot tracer did not go the way I wanted it to, but yeah, this one went pretty well. We're basically on the fairway, went pretty straight as well, so you'll see where we end up landing, but I'm pretty proud of this one. And we've got a nice wedge shot as our second shot here. We're 82 yards away, going to be using our sand wedge and hoping to get it on the green. We hit this one pretty square. A little too short, but we bounced right onto the edge of the green here, so we've got a nice little putt for birdie, but really just trying to get it close to the pin here. Putt for birdie. I'm actually really proud of this one. You can hear myself. I'm just really happy with this putt.
Good putt for me.
And nice little tap in for par. So second hole of the day, we take this one down and get a little par on this. Hole number 3, using a 3-wood, we are 274 yards away, and well, that wasn't the best shot, but it went straight. We didn't lose that ball, and we didn't even make it to the fairway, but we're on the rough. We're using a 9-iron, 148 yards away. This one is not fun. This hole is going to be a doozy for us because we're just going to keep chipping away, but we're getting closer. So with shot number 3 here, 85 yards away, we've got a nice little wedge shot.
Oh, man.
And no shot tracer because that bounces off the tree right in front of us, down the branches, and we're definitely not happy with that. So shot number 4 with the wedge, here we go. Once again, that veers off into the right. It goes maybe 30 yards or something like that. And hopefully we can finally get this one on the green, ideally here with shot number 5. Once again, that went right to the right. We've got to fix our swing somehow there, but we're at least on the green. It only took us 4 shots to get on the green there, so For double bogey, we've got a pretty long putt to make. That didn't even look too bad, but I think we're going to end up with a triple bogey after we knock this one down. So there we go, +3 on that hole, not something to be proud of. Here on the fourth hole, it's a par 4, 270 yards away, so we're trying to redeem ourselves with the 3-wood here, because I'm actually more confident with the 3-wood than my driver. And this one, I'm pretty happy with. This one goes a little too high for a 3-wood, but it lands right in the middle. It goes straight, so really, I'm proud of anything that goes straight, honestly. So back at it with the wedge, 75 yards away. And this one actually looks pretty good, but just hit it a little too short. So we're using the wedge once again, 30 yards away. This one is also short. So we're struggling with the wedge. We had 2 really good wedge shots to start off the day, but now we're struggling big time. So once again, with the wedge, just trying to get it on, and I think we hit it a little too long there, but we finally made it onto the green once again after 3 or 4 shots. So we got a putt for par, I believe. Or putt for bogey, actually. And that one just looked good. That one goes in. It kind of saves our hole for us, only bogeying that, because we just keep struggling with our wedges and just trying to approach on the green here. So for the next hole, it's a really short par 3, 115 yards away. I didn't know my measurements or distances at the time, so I was using the wedge. I really thought that I could get close or at least land on the green here, but I hit this one well, just way too short. It lands right in front of the bunker, so here now we've got a wedge shot onto the green here. This one, once again, lands short. We just don't have control of our wedge today. Just not really sure what we're doing, but it's not our friend today. But we're on the fringe, what it seems to be like, and we're just trying to putt this one through because obviously we don't trust ourselves chipping with the wedge anymore. And this one obviously doesn't go well for us. The putter goes way too far to the left, hits it a little too hard, and we're looking at a putt for bogey, and it doesn't get there. So we 3-putt for fun because that's kind of what we're good at doing, is 3-putting, but we shoot 5 on this par 3 here, and we're on to the next hole. Here on the 6th hole, it's another par 3, 146 yards away. Going to be using the 9-iron, hoping to hit a good shot and land it on the green, obviously. This actually isn't the worst shot in the world. It kind of went the right distance, which is something that I'm at least happy with, but it goes a little bit to the right. And once again, we're using the good old wedge that we've been struggling with all day to get on the green here. This one doesn't go that bad. It lands right on the green, rolls a little bit, and we've got a pretty good shot to par this hole. So hoping to knock this putt down. Didn't get to take the right line on it. Veers just a little bit to the left, unfortunately, and I think we're going to knock this one down and take a bogey on the hole. And honestly, at this point with how we're doing, we'll take a bogey any day. Next hole, 7th hole, we are using the 7-iron. It's 151 yards away. Nice little par 3 here. Hoping to just hit it straight and see what happens. Well, it went straight, but you can see a large chunk of grass flying in the air, so really chunked that one. I'm actually still surprised it went straight, and actually it lands in a pretty good spot for how bad I hit that ball. So we're kind of on the rough, you'd say. We're using the trusty old wedge once again, and we hit this one actually pretty well. It lands super close to the pin, as you can see, but it bounces off into the fringe, so we're trying to just chip this one on. And this one looked pretty good. It rolls a little farther than I would have liked to, but we've got a pretty easy putt for bogey here. and this one goes in. So we'll take another bogey on the 7th hole. Honestly, if I could just bogey every single hole I played, I think that's a win for us. Here we got a big dog leg left, and I just don't trust myself with the 3-wood or the driver right now. So we're using the hybrid. It's something that I actually am consistently hitting draws with, so I thought that this could work for us. But obviously, we do not execute. Goes well to the right. It goes really high too, and we find our ball behind or in front of some trees, and we're on the rough here, and as you can see, the green is very uphill. So using a 7-iron 135 yards away, we chunk this bad boy, and it went straight, I guess, but we've got a nice another wedge shot here. We're only 49 yards away this time, so hopefully we can just hit a good one. Let's see what happens with this 3rd shot. That is awful. We don't even make the fairway or the small little fairway there. So we really hit that one way too short. And the second wedge shot here, this one lands perfectly onto the green. It's super close to the pin. And it's like, if I could just eliminate all the really bad shots, I wouldn't really be doing horribly. But we got a nice little putt here for bogey. Can we save this hole with a bogey? No. I just hit it way too short, and we're going to end up with a double bogey here, unfortunately. But that second wedge shot that was so close really could have helped save us. Now for the last hole, it's a nice little makeshift par 3. They made this hole. We're shooting this onto like the practice green. It's about a 60-yard chip shot. We hit the wedge once again. We hit it short, but luckily for us, it actually bounces up onto the grass and the green there. So we're on the fringe here and hoping to just hit a nice gentle wedge shot. And it does basically what we wanted to do. I'm not really sure how I did that, but it actually wasn't too bad. And we've got a putt for par here. Hopefully we can end this round off on a good note. And we do. We end up with a par on the 9th hole. So this wraps up our 9 holes here at Cedar Hill, finishing with a plus 12 through 9 holes. Not too shabby for my standards, honestly, and not counting my drives in the beginning were a huge help to lowering my score, just shaving off those strokes there in the beginning. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you made it this far. Subscribe for a new vlog every Monday. Next week, we'll be playing at one of the hardest courses I've ever played at, so I'm sure that would be entertaining for you guys to see. So thanks for watching. See y'all next week. Peace.